Hey, you guys. I know my house is like super, super dark. It's okay. I mean, I don't have no light in here. I do have a new ring light on order. They should be here sometime next week, okay? And once I get my next deposit, which should be today or tomorrow, I'm going to order me another one. Okay, so I can have all the light and all the tripods so that y'all can see stuff. What I'm doing right now, and I know there's nobody really in here right now, but that's okay. I will download this and then I will re-upload it to my YouTube. So you guys are getting to see it today for free. Okay, but what's going to happen is it will be paywalled on my website afterwards. Okay, so but it'll still be there. All right, so I'm going to show you guys how to do a super simple, the most simplest cord cutting there is. Okay, now for those of you who can't do the visualizing cord cutting one, okay, so I picked two candles. Okay, I've chosen two candles, one to represent person A, one to represent person B. Okay, and all I did was carve their names into it. Okay, you can carve their birthday, where they live, all those things if you have that information. Okay, you can also add herbs of your choice if you would like. I'm just doing a really simple cord cutting here, and we're not. We want these. We're wanting to set them to be just to go their separate ways. That's it. Just in peace and just whatever. No big deal. No harm. No nothing. Okay. Now I've got my fire safe plate. Now instead of putting like a salt perimeter between the two, what I've done is I used this pan and I built a heel, a divider in it. Okay. I built a divider in it. So what'll happen is one candle will go on one side and the other candle will go on the other. That way they do not mix. You do not want them to mingle and mix, okay? The whole point of a cord cutting is separation. Separate, okay? So you don't want them mingling together again, even in the wax, because that's not going to work, okay? I'm trying to figure out how to get this in the shot better. Okay. All right. So now let's see what we got going on here. There we go. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Okay, so you take your candles and you just wrap them with your cord. Make sure it's like cotton or something that's not. You don't want something that's not gonna burn. Okay. You want to make sure your shit's gonna burn because that's the whole point. I secure mine together, kind of like this, to the candle, just to make sure that it's not going to pop off of there. I had scissors. What did I do with them? Oh, they're right over here on the other side of the room. Youngins. Listen, anytime I do any kind of casting or spell work, it's total chaos. You should have been here for my live yesterday when I did my big, massive sour jar. It's always complete and total chaos. Okay, so then you want to wrap and join them together, okay? You want to make sure you've got that wrapped up there good, okay? And do you some figure eights in there. Okay, wrap them up. Do you some figure eights in there. Okay, you want to make sure that they're about the same size, same height on each candle. Just like this. You don't have to use that much if you don't want to. All right, where is that end at? There is an end over here somewhere for me. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay, now. Come on, Bertha. All right. I'm going to move this so I don't get it confused. Let's see here. Now, these people have been together a really long time. They got a lot of gunk between them going on, but they want to be separated. So, I used a lot of string, okay? Because it's going to take a bit. And it may take more than one cord cutting. Especially if one party has done all the work that's required before the cord cutting and the other party has not. That takes a little bit more. Come on, give me the other side. It's because I ain't got no fucking light. Okay. But I will, because I ordered lights. All right, order more lights. Come on. Come on, give me the little end, damn it. Fine motor skills is not my thing. Okay. I'll blame the arthritis. It's the tism. But I'm going to blame the arthritis. All right. Now, I'm going to get my lighter. I told you it's chaos, man. It's chaos. All right. I'll get my lighter, okay? And this is super easy on how to do this, okay? I'm not going to make you sit here and watch the whole thing burn down. All right? I'm not. Unless you really want to. I'm not going to do that. My battery will die on my phone. All right. So, I'm just going to heat the bottoms of these candles up so that they'll stand. Okay? There ain't no special woo-woo reason for doing this other than I want these bitches to stand upright for me, okay? That's all. You just melt that down a little bit. And then stand it in there. And I know I've got them in here crooked. They ain't evenly spaced apart, but that's okay. That's okay. You know what? No, it's not. Let's fix it. I changed my mind. See, and it's okay to change your mind. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. All right, let's do this a little over here like this. We're going to put this person over here. And you can choose and use whatever color candles that you want. Most people use white and black. Okay? But you use whatever you want. For practice, for spell work. Do whatever you want, fancy pants. There we go. And these are just those little 4-inch chime candles, okay? These are ones I bought at the store. These are not ones that I made myself. The ones I use for like my prosperity workings and stuff are big ones that I've made myself so I can load them. This is simple. Now, you light them. If you're doing a cord cutting between yourself and something else, you will light your own candle first. But that's not what we're doing here, okay? And yeah, my kitchen is a disaster. So fucking what? I live here. All right. We're going to light candle number 1. We're going to light candle number 2. Now, if you're the type of person that needs to chant and things like that, you can look stuff like that up on the internet. You can look up chants on Pinterest. You can make up your own, whatever. Personally, I am not a chanter. I'm not a big chanter, okay? I don't need to. It's just in my brain, okay? It's all in my brain. And I just look at it and I say, all right, you over here, missy, and you over here, sir, y'all need to go your separate ways and leave each other the fuck alone, okay? Because, no, y'all's doing each other nothing but harm. So you need to stop. That way y'all can grow and have happy lives, okay? So you need to leave each other the fuck alone and move on. No, we're not doing that today. There you go. Because we ain't doing that today. If I have to stand here like this the whole time, I will. It's about time y'all grew up. Y'all's almost 40 fucking years old. Grow the fuck up. Figure your shit out. You see, that's how I do it. That's just how I do it. I talk to it just like I would, if I was looking at them and looking at the person in the face. Just how it is. Because that's basically what you're doing anyway. It's just what you're doing. So, if you want to do a fancy rhyming chant, go find you one somewhere, okay? Or, if just being straight up is more your thing, be straight up and tell them, listen, okay, listen. Y'all done fucked each other up enough. It's time that you go your separate ways. There is no more growth in this relationship that y'all have. You're going to have to just go. And that's how you're doing it. I'm in Eastern Kentucky. Like, you go your way, you go your way. Let's not have no fits. Let's have no fights, no fussing, or nothing like that. Just shake hands and say, wish you peace, and go on with yourselves. See, you can do that. You can do that. If one person, though, is being particularly nasty, there's ways of fixing that. But this is just a really simple, easy way to do it. You let it burn down. You let the cords burn. And like I said, these people have been together for a long time, and they're trying to go their separate. One's wanting to go, and the other one doesn't want them to go. So that's why we've got like 100 miles of cord wrapped around it. It's just a cotton cord wrapped around these things, okay, to represent the length of the relationship. You let them burn down, and basically that's it. You may have to do it again, and be a little more forceful. And like I said, the more experienced you are at it, if you want to, you can add herbs, you can add oils and things like that. You can load the candles, or you can just sprinkle it under the candle, around the candle to feed it, or whatnot. Or like I said, this is just the most simplest that you can do. Okay, well, the thing about these cord cuttings, okay, is that first of all, before you do the cord cutting, you have to really, really want it. Okay? And you have to do a lot of work. There's a lot of work that has to be done. Witch Talk kicks around shadow work, but it's therapy. It's a lot of therapy, self-work on yourself, basically. Is exactly what it is. Like, so if you're wondering what shadow work is, honey, that's just working on yourself and your inner self and growth. The same thing you would go to see a therapist for. That's shadow work. Where you dig in and find out what the fuck is wrong with you, and you learn how to fix it, and then you go fix yourself. That's shadow work. So basically that's what you would have to do. And you have to be willing to yes, and you have to be completely willing, no contact, block them, completely block them. If they're still trying to hang around, move. Don't tell them where you're going. Don't leave a forwarding address. Pack up and move. I've done it. You have to be willing to do what is necessary to separate that cord. Yes, see, and it's not, if there is any doubt whatsoever, honey, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Hope is doubt. Hope is doubt. You can't even put in here and say, I hope this works, because hope leaves room for doubt. Exactly. You got to already have it all done. And once this is done, don't go back. I don't care. Don't use no creeper account. Don't do nothing like that. Don't go back and check it out and look at them and try to watch them. And don't drive by their house. Nothing. They are dead to you. They no longer exist. You've got to do the shadow work, Dark. You got to. That's always the first step. And a lot of times, if you do the shadow work, more than half the time, you don't need this. More than half of the time, you will not have to go this far after you've done the work. But you've got to do all that work first. And that's the hardest part, because you find out a lot of times that you're the fucking problem. That you are a big part of the fucking problem. Not all of the problem, but you are part of the problem. Yes, always. You got to do all the mundane things first. Magic will not fix your life. Magic alone will not fix your life. It will not grant your wishes. If it did, honey, it wouldn't none of us ever be without anything. Wouldn't none of us ever be hungry. Wouldn't none of us ever have to rob Peter to pay Paul at any point in time in our lives if magic would do everything for us in our lives. No, you've got to move your feet. You got to do the work. Exactly. You can't do a money bow and then turn down that new job, or turn down that overtime you're being offered at work, that extra shift, or that yard job. Somebody said, hey, can you come clear this, come cut my grass for me? You can't turn that down, because what happens is after you've been turning shit down for a bit like that, universe is going to stop offering it to you, and they're going to stop giving it to you, because they're going to be like, you know what, no, you are not serious about this, and you don't really want it. You've got to move your feet. I wish magic solved all the world's problems. I wish we could just light a candle and poof, it would solve world hunger. I wish we could just light a candle and poof, we could end wars and genocides. That's not how it works. And it's not all about intent. It's about a lot of work. And this part right here is the last step. And if you do all the other work, like I said, a lot of times, you don't have to do this. So, this is just the last step. Hi, Granny. But if you don't do the work, this won't work. And if you do the work, you may not even have to do this. So, we are doing a very simple bare bones cord cutting today. The squirrels are loose. I ain't got dressed today or nothing. I did brush my teeth. I splashed a little water on my face. I'm getting ready to make this youngin' some bacon. And I wanted to get this done so I could use the washing machine top to do it before doing this load of towels. We're talking about what shadow work is. And hi Nature Mage. And how you got to be doing all that kind of stuff before you light your candle. Before you fix your jar. I can't do physical therapy. They sent me into physical therapy, and after one session, I was down for 4 months. 4 months. But it was a requirement. I had to do that before they would grant my MRI for my knee that I had hurt like 8 years prior at work. I was still 8 years into it trying to get an MRI. Actually, at that point in time, I think I was trying to get an MRI done on my back, and I still haven't been able to get that done. Get you some good books. Find you some podcasts. A lot of quiet time. You will end up, once you start into it, you will end up in deep, deep hermit mode. Deep, deep hermit mode. And people will fall away. People will just fall away out of your life. Let them go. Okay? Things will fall out of your life. Let them go. It's whenever it's time to re-emerge out into the rest of the world that it gets hard, because you realize how peaceful it is. Hey, Penny! And how quiet it is, and how lovely it is, and whenever it's time to have to, go back outside where the people are, you're like, but people are shitty, and you don't want to be there, so, let's just move a little bit, because, that's real fire, and I don't want to get entered. But yeah. So listen, okay, Nature Mage. My mother had her husband build her a log house, back in the mountain. Big old long driveway. You can't see the house from the road, and it's all that, and that's a mile up a holler. Okay, Lord, it's a flaming, which I knew it would. She designed this place herself, so it's exactly what she wanted. See, this is why we do it like either outside or on a metal safe surface. It just blows everywhere. And I prefer my stovetop or my washing machine top for that. And because it's all metal here, except for these knobs, it's kind of plastic. If they melt, I guess they melt. And had her heating system flown in from Sweden. Took her to Tennessee, and she didn't pick out her logs. She picked out her trees so that they could make the logs from the trees that she wanted. Okay? This woman is now living in a double wide trailer. Because once it was all built for, she decided she wanted wanted the house. She didn't want the man anymore. But she couldn't get the house in the divorce settlement because it's sitting on heirship property. If you guys don't know, the house is his, but the property is not just his. If y'all don't know how heirship property works, it's left to the entire family. So, in order for him to even build that house, he had to buy out like 5 or 6 people's parts to have enough stake in the property himself to be able to build the house. And that's just to build the house. The property itself still has 35 owners because it's heirship property. And it can only go to his blood kin. His piece. His percentage. It's not even a certain piece of land. It goes by percentage. So his percentage in that. The fuck? Oh, it's the cat. She's pulling out the dog food to play with it. His percentage in that property can only go to his blood kin, which will be his daughter. So she couldn't get the house because he built it on heirship property. So now, but yeah, she has beautiful property. I mean, I love it. I'd love to live there. So I won't ever live there, but I helped build it. Yeah, now she's living in double wide. I wouldn't give that up for nothing. I would not give that up for nothing. I sure wouldn't give it up for no double wide in the middle of town. I tell you that. All right, we've got now where the flames went down some, so we can go back to looking at it now. I just don't want to get bananaed off of here and thrown off of here because of huge giant FIRE. But yeah, now it's just the string that's burning. There ain't nothing left of them candles really. It's just the string now that's burning. And blue looks purple now. Yeah, it's a dark blue candle. Now it looks purple. I'm getting ready. Whenever this is done, I'm starting to load of towels because I think we got 1 towel left in the whole damn house. But yep. And for those of you guys that missed most of this and want to see it, it will be uploaded to my YouTube. The link will be through my blog on my website. So if you got to see it from the beginning here, congratulations! You get to see it for free because my blog on my website's paywalled. But it'll be there. It'll be on my website probably later tonight or tomorrow. I'm kind of just taking it easy today. Today's an easy, slow day for me. Also, my live that I did yesterday, putting together that big old ugly nasty you done fucked up jar, is going to be up on my blog too, on my website. And you just let it go. Let this burn until it burns all the way out. Unless it starts feeling kind of unless you feel it feels unsafe, then put it out. How do you put it out? A little baking soda, a little flour, a little salt. Put your lid on it. No big deal. This could burn like this for hours. That was cotton string, so I don't know. I made sure I used cotton so it'd burn up good, but. And remember, if you don't use something like this where you can put like I don't know a barrier in the middle like that, and you put like some salt as a barrier or something, and it still starts to intermingle with each other, honey, go in there with you. I use like a big tongue depressor, big giant popsicle stick or something. Honey, separate that shit. You are the master. When you're doing spell work, you're the master. Separate that shit. You're in control. Okay? Unless you're doing a cord cutting and using it as divination, then you just let it do what it's going to do. Okay? But other than that, if you're doing the cord cutting to do the separation, honey, go in there and separate that shit. Okay? You're the one that tells it what to do. She's about out, man. He's a burning. You know what that tells me? Do you know what that right there tells me? I'll tell you what that right there tells me before I go, okay? That tells me that he's a liar. That even though he says he wants out, and that she's the one that won't let him out for whatever reason, he's a liar. Do you see how his flame is so much bigger? I don't know if you can tell or not, because that full is so much bigger than hers. He's holding on tight. He's still holding on. Okay? And she's letting go. That's what that tells me. So this particular working right here is not going to separate them. Since he's the one that says he wants out. Because he's the one that's not letting go. Man is a liar. He got some work to do to learn how to be honest with himself. That's what that tells me. Tell a lot by doing a cord cutting. A lot. Go with your instincts whenever you're reading it. I love y'all. I will upload this to my blog for those of y'all that missed a lot of it. Thank you. Woohoo! Thank you all for the gifts. I love you. And I'll eventually come back and do some more readings live. I don't know when. I am just resting right now. All right? I love you.